Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of March 12th. Feeling a little bit better this week. Mostly just been because of this weather. I've mentioned before I live in Ohio, and we went from like 70 degrees to 20 something degrees, and we're back to 70 tomorrow. The weather has been messed with my sinuses, everything. It's been a rough week, but we're pretty much back to normal this week. And we will get started with the Mythic Plus affixes as normal this week. We have Tyrannical, Volcanic, and Sanguine. Again, that's Tyrannical, Volcanic, and Sanguine. Sanguine, of course, always going to be a little bit of an issue, especially with the bigger polls. But this week is not too bad. We're getting back into the good weeks coming up here soon, so not too bad. One last time, Tyrannical, Volcanic, and Sanguine. I think it's worth mentioning probably that the MDI finals was this past weekend. And I believe the team called Mandatory actually defeated Echo for the championship. I did actually watch all of day 3 and a lot of the other 2 days as well, and some really cool polls. You know, this was, as I've been saying all season, this is the season of like big polls, and Atel Dazar Allure, or whatever it's called. You know, that nothing can show that better than that dungeon, where these MDI teams are pulling like literally everything into each boss and like just doing the most efficient pulls you've ever seen. So definitely highlighted that. I believe in the whole MDI thing. Other things we have going on this week is the PvP Brawl Deep Wind Dunk. Now, in my last video, it was pointed out, and I think rightfully so. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before. When we had, was it? I can just look at this comp stomp. It was last week. This one is actually worth pointing out. You know, it's one for people to just farm stuff easily and stuff like that. And sometimes I get drowned out in my own bubble where like, oh, I already have all that stuff. And so, you know, I don't think, oh, that could be really useful to somebody else. And so that comment was very well taken. You know, positive criticism is always going to be well taken by me. But this week we do have Deep Wind Dunk, which is not nearly as interesting as Comp Stomp. We do have the Timewalking dungeon event going on as well. This is Warlords of Draenor Timewalking, if you care to take part in that. We also have this Hearthstone event going on, and we could talk a little bit about this. So, this has faced a lot of criticism. I'm not necessarily sure why. Maybe because it was, I don't know. To me, I don't think it was supposed to be this big grand thing. But I know it was very buggy when it first came out. I didn't log on till later in the day, and it was fine for me at least. But you know, it's just like this little collecting thing. It's nothing big. You know, it's a week long maybe, or however long, and maybe that's why people thought it'd be a bigger deal or whatever. But yeah, it's, to me, it's just not that big of a deal. I sympathize with people who are struggling to complete it because they just want to complete it. But I assure you, if you just do it in a few days, there'll be a lot less people doing it, and you'll probably run into a lot less issues and stuff like that. Again, I didn't take it as going to be like this big thing that people cared about. Honestly, maybe I would have done a video on it or something, but people end up seeming to care about it and stuff. So, you know, sucks that it's not living up to your expectations. But yeah, I never expected it to be something that was, maybe it's just because there hasn't been any news or updates lately that people just wanted it to be something, you know, cooler than what it was. We also have the Ango Madness going on. I've said this before. This is one I've done before. And doing Ango Madness is actually, if you've never done it before, it's a cool like one-time thing to do. It lasts 3 days, so you can take part in that if you like. That'll be towards the end of this week. So yeah, if you've never done it before, you can check it out. I'd say it's like mid as one of these mini holidays goes. It's nothing great if you don't. You're not missing out if you don't do it, but it's not completely lame, I would say. Other than that, today could be a patch day. Now, I would lead with that if I knew for sure it was going to be a patch day. The actual patch day makes more sense to be the 26th as far as timing goes. However, today we're going to have a very long maintenance. They've come out and said, though, this is to basically doing some work on the infrastructure. So just letting the servers be down while they do work on the back end of things, right? On their side. So that's what they said that the reason is. So, but it could possibly be patch day today. That's the other, like, you know, buzzing rumor or whatever. But that'd be 10.2.6. It's the one that has like a Skull and Bones pirate patch, whatever. It's completely encrypted, so we don't know anything about it. I will say though that by the timing of it, it would make more sense for it to come out the 26th than today. So I wouldn't expect it to come out today. That's why I did not lead the video with the rumor or anything like that. is because I do not expect it to come out today, but it could, because they are, having extended maintenance and stuff like that, which they might do on a patch day, right? So if they really, really, really are just trying to keep it secret, it could technically come out today, I guess. So there's that. Other than that, getting really good progression on Farak. We are into like the whole ads phase and stuff like that now, where we have to knock all the ads in and do all that. So progression on Farak's going really well so far. Hoping we can continue that momentum going and get this boss done sooner rather than later. But very, very positive. A lot of good momentum after finally getting Sage Swift done, getting into Farak and having really good progression nights for us has been really, really cool. So hopefully CE soon TM, and yeah, get another one under the books there for that. Other than that, I think that's about it for this week. Again, just not a lot of stuff coming out. I guess this Hearthstone thing was a bigger deal to people than what I thought it was. Maybe I would have done a video on that. But yeah, other than that, there's really nothing for sure coming out. Oh, there is one important thing on Thursday, development update. I did want to mention this. So as I believe the patch is not going to be today, on Thursday they probably will announce. If it's not today, I believe Thursday might announce the patch date. I expect it to be the 26th. We'll see. But we could have some news coming out on Thursday. So we will wait with bated breath for Thursday to come. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.